But now, earlier this week, actress Emma Thompson turned up at the premiere of her new film, Nanny McPhee and the Big Bang. The film's set on a farm, so she took a pig along as her +1. And now it looks like that pig may have been a little hard to control and was in danger of cramping Emma's style. So, ladies, have you ever let an animal steal your thunder?
Well, I took my little Charlie, my Westie, to a photo shoot on a couple of occasions, but he was only a baby then. And he was gorgeous, but he had to wee-wee all the time. And so it was always a little tinkle in the corner. So, but bless him, everybody was fine about it. But I had a big Afghan, or my mum did, called Frau, who was a beautiful blonde Afghan. And when my granddad died, we all had the wake after. And my granddad loved Frau. And we went to this beautiful hotel with a great big fire, very posh, very quiet, very serene, and we're all being, you know. And so I said to the man, could I please bring my dog in, because she's been in the car all day. He went, yes, of course, whatever you wish. So in comes Frau and shakes herself, so thrilled to be out of the car. Went straight to the fire and went, and let everything go that she'd held all those hours, and then got up and just walked away. And everybody just went, must to clean it up.
Well, I'd have to say my worst experience was with a dog, actually. I was on the side of the stage waiting to go on in an opera called Die Fledermaus, which means the bat, so it was animals left, right and centre. And it was a crazy show because we'd got a live dog, an electric cat, a big cart horse, great big massive cart horse, try sharing the wings with one of those, and a gorilla. They had a gorilla. It was actually a woman dressed up. She was an extra from Tarzan. She ever so convincing. You really would think it was. Anyway, I was waiting to go on to opening scene, and the electric cat went zzz across the stage like it was supposed to, and the dog, for some reason, it had never done this in rehearsals, went for this cat. Started savaging this cat. Sparks flying everywhere. Yeah, and this stage manager, I'm waiting to go on, can't get on for all this mayhem. Stage manager behind me saying, oh my goodness, the dog's savaging the cat. Do not let the horse see the gorilla. Do not let the horse see the gorilla. I'm out of here.
Well, mine's a dog story as well. I mean, dogs can be very, can't they, inhibiting in the bedroom. And I used to have a Bichon Frise. I bought it for my son, actually, who then promptly didn't want to know about it, so I'm now stuck with this stupid dog. Anyway, when I met Mr. Spain, I'd always said dogs, being a farmer's daughter, dogs should sleep at the bottom of the bed, but there's a place for animals. Anyway, this dog had somehow managed to wheedle his way next to me in the bed, and when Mr. Spain started joining me in the bed, Charlie, he was a Charlie, got between the two of us on his back with his paws over the duvet like this. And the guy like that, I mean, as Mr. Spain moved towards me, Charlie just used to go... round, just like...
Elvis Presley?
Yes.
Sort of thing.
What was it called?
It was a Bichon Frise called Charlie.
I must get one.
He also used to say... Got on!
Well, mine starts off with an Australian man who I was madly in love with. He looks a bit like Donny Osmond, actually.
There's a surprise.
Big eyes, yeah. Went out with him for 4 years. My mum never liked him because he didn't wear socks around the house very much. He always ruled, my mum didn't like him. So anyway, he dumped me eventually. And my dog, Weimaraner, you used to have a Weimaraner, didn't you? Bismarck, his name was. I thought it was a good idea at the time. We called him Busy, and he lay in bed with me every night crying with me. When this man dumped me. And then I was offered a job in Los Angeles, and I didn't want to take the job because of Busy, because there were really strict quarantine laws then. It was 9 months in quarantine. And anyway, I phoned up my mum and dad. I was really upset one day, and I said, I've been offered this job. My mum went, oh, that's great. And I said, no, but I can't take Busy. And my dad came on the phone. He said, we'll have him.
Yeah.
And they took him. They adopted him.
Oh. Well, the only other one was that when I slept with my horse... Please, a bit of decorum. The horse was poorly. He was a little racehorse called Whiskey, and he was in his stable, and he was lying flat. And so I slept with him all night because I didn't know if he was going to live. So I slept with him all night.
And then he decided he'd rather die.
And then the vet came the next morning, and he came in, and I went, oh, he said, you go out. And I went out. The horse got up and jumped out and ran down the field. He went, nothing wrong with him, he just wanted to sleep with you.
I think we'll move on now. Let's talk about